BBN Jackfruits. What's up, party people? How's I gotta get some stuff over here cleared up. How's everybody doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We got a couple of things that I want to talk about. Also, I want to have an open discussion, just in general. But we got a couple of things that I want to talk about, and I want to start the show with, because I think people think I love our black women. If I had a choice, if I could choose any woman to marry and be with for the rest of my life, no disrespect to any other woman, I would want it to be a black woman from America. I just want to be clear on this. That's what I would choose. But I want to say something real quick, right? So, you know that Andrew Tate dude that everybody hates? So I keep seeing him say shit on the internet that is so right and it's so correct. And then I see women in the comment section arguing against it. I want to explain something to you if you don't know this. Feminism is anti-God. I'm going to show you right now. 2 seconds. Right? Feminism is anti-God. I'm going to show you 2 passages, or I'm going to bring out 2 points real quick, and you can make this decision for your own self. But feminism is anti-God. I just want to make this point real quick, because I think a lot of our women are out here picking up feminism ideals, and they don't really know what's going on. They just think that, you know, I'm mad at a dude, and the women are saying we should be mad at them, so I'm going to be on the women's side, because these women are not helping you. These women, first of all, the whole feminist movement was started by Satan worshipers. That's one. And people that wanted to destroy our people. That's 2. Before I say this, I want to say one more thing. I should have said this in the beginning. From now on, we're having a members-only chat. I told y'all about this like 2 weeks ago. From now on, we're having a members-only chat. If you don't want to be here because you can't chat, and you also don't want to become a member, that's on you. We're going to get people that's going to want to chat. We're going to get people that want to become members. All of my pages is like this from now on. I don't want to deal with the bullshit. I don't want people coming in here trying to put me into survival mode. And then individuals think I'm attacking them, when in reality, I'm only in survival mode. So from now on, we're having only members. If you're not a member, you're not going to be able to chat. But because so many people come in here and don't want to comment anyway, I don't think that that's a big deal. You understand? Like, I don't even think it's a big deal. We'll have 80 people in here, and the whole show will have 20 comments. So I don't think that this is a big deal. So if there's a shitload of people leaving just because only members chat, y'all don't talk anyway. So I don't understand what the problem is. With that being said, I'm going to get back to this. Also, if you want to become a member, just become a member. It's as little as $5 a month. You can talk all you want, as long as you don't get yourself kicked. You know, because I'm not putting up with the BS. All right. So with that being said, I want to show y'all something real quick. Be mindful. Feminism is anti-God. I'm going to show you right now. I'm just trying to put people on the game, right? So hold on. So why would God make hair short? I'm going to save that one for one moment, right? What does Bible say the head of the man is? Now, I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. Why is this important? The real reason, I want to put you on the game. The real reason why the head of the woman is the man is important is because of this. Yo, did y'all just see that shit just do that? That was wild. You seen that? Crazy. Anyway, the Bible says that we're supposed to be compassionate and loving towards our wives. Husbands, love your wives. I just want to show y'all this so y'all understand I'm not attacking women. I just want to make this clear. The first passage I want to show you is, it says, the head of the woman is the man. Now it also says, husbands, love your wives. So if you a dude that got a wife and you beating on her, or you got a woman and you beating on her, you mentally abusing her, all this other shit, you are doing wrong by God. I just want to be clear on this so you understand this. And the reason why you're doing wrong by God is because the head of the children is the woman. So we're supposed to treat our woman the right way so she can raise our children up to be the right type of, man and woman that they're supposed to be. And a woman can't be next to God unless she has a husband, because the head of man is Christ. So how you gonna be next to Christ if you don't have a husband and you can't be close to God? So just being born, men are closer to God than women. A woman literally has to go and find a man, period. Hold on. After she leaves the tutelage of her husband, of her father. That's why it's so important for us to have men in the house, fathers in the house. Hold on. One more thing. I just want to show y'all something. Because I know I talk about this stuff, and what happens is people say, oh, Jack lying. So I got to get reference points because this is insane at this point. I want to show you two things real quick, and then we're going to get to the actual show. Hold on. Get this out of here. First of all, for if a wife not cover her head, right? But they talking about covering the head or whatever, right? She's going to have her hair short. A woman's hair being short is a sign of disgrace. That's the point I wanted to... Look, it says it right there. A woman's hair being short is a sign of a disgrace. Look, this is in the Bible. This is not... I'm not making anything up. There's one more passage that I want to show y'all. And look, Timothy is just showing you how all these Instagram chicks are going to hell. This is the reason why I generally don't like posting bikinis. I will from now and then. Every now and then I'll post a bikini. But generally speaking, I don't want to post bikinis. This is why. Now look, for every wife who prays or prophesies with her husband head uncovered, disarmed since then, shaven. Look, any sign of short hair is basically the Most High saying that's bad. Women hair are supposed to be long. It's a sign. You want to know why? Because God does not allow the chosen women's hair. Like if you part of the chosen people and you are disobedient to your husband, God does not allow for your hair to grow. Do you get it? And look, in the passage where I'm talking about women with short hair, right? Look at something that they say real quick. I'm trying to do something for our people. Look at, why would they have this here if what I'm saying isn't the truth? Hold on, I'm going to show you something. Just saw it. Wives, submit to your husbands as it is fitting to the Lord. What does feminism say? Feminism basically tells you to do the opposite of this. Am I correct? I can't find the passage. I will look for it at a different time. I want to get to the show. But I'm trying to point something out to you. A lot of our women hair is short because they don't have a man to be obedient to them. When I mean obedient, I don't mean in the negative term. I mean, they don't have a man to work with, to cooperate with through life, to go search out the Lord. These things are things that we're supposed to be doing. But if you're part of this feminist movement, that's not possible. I just wanted to point that out because I saw some of our sisters. I saw a conversation where some of our sisters was talking, and I think people really don't understand how damaging and how dangerous this whole feminist shit is. This shit is damaging and this shit is dangerous. You're not supposed to be a feminist. Copy? There's a reason why our women here have a problem growing. One of the reasons is a lot of us grow up in households that don't have fathers, and women need that, just like men need that. You understand what I'm saying? In for the most extent of the word. So be mindful about how we treat each other, and that don't mean go get a wife and treat her like trash because she got to follow behind you. The Lord says that in order for us to be able to, when you have a wife, in order for you to be able to get to your blessings, you have to be treating your wife well. You can't be disrespecting your wife. You got to understand, when you are a leader, the most important thing is creating an atmosphere where the people that are following you are comfortable and thriving. If you are abusing your children, if you are abusing your wife, they cannot be comfortable and they cannot be thriving. We're supposed to be trying to find the Lord. I just wanted to start the show with that. And let's read our passage from the Bible real quick, and then we're going to get into all of this. You have to become a member if you want to chat. That's it. There's a lot of pages like that. This page is like that now. You have to become a member if you want to chat. And tonight, during the Tonight Show, if you are a Green Team member, I need you to go over there and flag anybody's page that's playing our live stream while we're playing our live stream. At least that's what YouTube said. That just go over there and flag them. Don't worry about it. Let me show you our word for the day real quick. And then I want to get on to our regular stuff that we talk about. Revelations 3:20 says, here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person. They are with me. Let's invite the Lord into our life so he can sit down and eat with us. Let's invite the Lord into our life so he can sit down and eat with us. That's the table we want to be at. We don't want to be at the table with the gangs and the drug dealers and the killers and the murderers and all that. We want to be at the table with the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? Period. All right. With that being said, let's get to the show. Shout out to Rule, Don't Nobody See Them, Dutch Jones, says salute, be me and Fro. Shout out to Sebastian Tompkins. Hey, this is Monday, January 2nd. Let's start the new year off great. Then y'all say we was doing a rent party today. Y'all said Sunday, but we didn't do it Sunday. Do y'all want to do rent party tonight? I'm only talking to Green Team members because they're the only motherfuckers that could comment. Who thinks we should do the rent party tonight? Who thinks we should do a rent party tonight? Put it in the chat. Obviously, I'm only talking to Green Team. There's only 2 people that can text me and not be Green Team, and I'm going to respond to, just so we could be clear. There's only 2 people. And I hope both of those people just become Green Team. Not for nothing. Let's get to the show. A couple of things that I want to say. I want to lead off by saying this. Could we start off with talking about Young Thug? I want to start off by talking about Young Thug. And I want to move around. We're going to be talking about so much shit this morning. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to start off talking about Young Thug. I want to start off talking about that law that they changed in New York City. They're changing a law in New York City where if you're under the age, if you're 12 or under, you cannot be charged with like a shitload of crimes. I want to be clear about something. This is a trap. I'm going to say this again. Every time I tell y'all something is a trap, having it not turned out to be a trap? This shit is a trap. First, why in the hell wouldn't you want a young criminal to get off of the streets and to learn their lesson? Why would we want young criminals to believe they could just, you know what, we could do that crime right there 100 times and not go to jail? Let's keep doing that crime. How are these businesses, small businesses, gonna survive when 10-year-olds could just go in the store anytime and steal anything and then come out and give it to the adult? You know, literally, you're basically telling, especially small businesses, you're basically telling these businesses, yo, look, we don't care about y'all. You know, you tax-paying citizens, we don't care about y'all. We have a whole new agenda that we trying to get going over here. Our agenda that we trying to get going over here has to deal with making sure that there's crime in the streets. So basically, weed is legal. And now you're trying to tell me that 12-year-olds, if you're 12 and under, you can't be charged for certain crimes. That doesn't sound like they're trying to create a dynamic like they're trying to destabilize New York City. That doesn't sound like they're trying to destabilize New York City to you. Because to me, it sounds like they're trying to destabilize New York City. You want to know one of the main, well, not one of the main reasons, but a reason in which why we started this show off talking about feminism? Because I need y'all to understand that just because there's a movement, that don't mean you need to be involved in it. There's always fucking weirdo-ass movements, homie. That don't mean you need to be involved in it. It doesn't. So I say all that to say this. What's going to happen when the only way a child can go to jail is for murder? Y'all think the streets was dangerous before. So basically, you telling me that 12-year-olds could sell all the drugs they want? Or are they going to get in trouble for that? I'm not sure. Could they just go send kids to pick up the fentanyl and make the drops? Because we only sending them to jail for like murder and shit like that, right? So that means that drug dealers could just send kids all throughout the city doing all of their drug business, right? So that means that you don't have these dudes standing on the corner no more selling drugs. Now you got 11-year-olds on the corner selling drugs, right? Because if the police show up, they can't do nothing. All they could do is take the drugs. So these kids ain't going to school no more? You know how many kids is going to drop out of school? You know how many kids is going to shoot other kids? Because now the kids is turf warring. They had a situation the other day where I think it was a 19-year-old shot a 14-year-old or something like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick for y'all. There we go. This is the one I'm looking for. A teenage girl has been arrested over the fatal shooting of a 14-year-old boy over a drill rat beef. 17-year-old suspect, whose name is not released due to the age, has been charged on Wednesday with murder, manslaughter, criminal possession of a weapon in the November 30th killing of Prince Shabazz. The young victim was walking with his 15-year-old brother just about 9:15 when a pair of mass shooters ambushed him on Morris Avenue, 182nd Street in Fordham Heights, according to cops. The shooters were allegedly targeting the older brother, who was an aspiring drill rapper. Disturbing footage obtained by the Post captioned one of the shooters wearing a blue bag over his shoulder, first hiding behind a parked car and jumping out opening fire on the brothers. The teens turned and tried to flee down the block, but the shooter pursued them and continued to fire wildly. Smoke could be seen coming out of the pistol's muzzle in the video. Shabazz, who was wearing a white shirt, suddenly falls out of the picture, and his brother continues ahead. He was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital, where he was declared dead. His brother was not injured. That must be his brother right there, standing like, oh, bro. Some people care about their family. I feel bad for him. Like, for all of y'all that y'all care about y'all family, I'm sorry when y'all lose y'all family. I'm sorry. And it's like, I know there's people out there that care about their family. And it was a long time for me to be able to understand that, by the way. I really didn't. When I was growing up, I didn't think family cared about each other. I thought it was a lie. So I was like in my late teens. I'm being honest with you. I thought, when I was growing up, I really thought, like, when people said they love you, they was lying. Like, I didn't think nobody loved anybody. You know what I'm saying? Rue Jones says, or they could have them tell who's giving them the drugs under a parent's supervision. They don't have to do anything. That's the point in which I'm trying to make, Rue. You understand? Or if the parent is like, tell them who's doing the thing, and the kids say no, what are they gonna do? They can't even beat the kid. What are they gonna do? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm asking you. What are they gonna do? There's nothing. You can't do anything. I'm just asking. If you wanna chat, you must become a member. It helps keep the BS off my show. We just gotta start building back up from the ground up. It's gonna help keep the BS off my show. So look, listen. Yeah, no, I see what you're doing, Rule. You making pretty good. I'm not knocking what you're saying. I'm just not agreeing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the fucked up thing about being Jack Frost. Like, if I don't agree with somebody, they immediately assume I'm targeting like what they're saying. I'm not targeting you at all. I just don't agree. Or should I say, I'm explaining to you where the problem might persist. Because in all reality, what are they gonna do when the parent is there? The kid could just say, I don't feel like telling you. A lot of these kids don't listen to their parents anyway. That's why they're in the street. If their parent was there in the first place, they wouldn't have been in the street to begin with to get into the trouble, right? And once again, I only blame custodial parents. I don't blame parents that's not there. A lot of parents aren't there because they choose not to be there, but there's a lot of parents who aren't there because they don't have the ability to be there. Sebastian Tompkins says, go get legal guns for protection. They have a new law that they're starting in Georgia, and basically, if you don't have a felony, you could just carry. And is it Georgia? I forgot where it's at. I think it's in Georgia now. Like, they're just like straight up. Like, as long as you don't got a felony, you can carry. You don't have to go get license, registration, nothing. Like, the gun don't got, you get whatever. All you got to do is not be a felon. Pretty soon, I'm pretty sure they're going to make that like that. I think that's something that we should have everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? For real, for real. Sebastian says, I'm in NC. Laws here different from New York. Completely different. We have some of the worst gun laws in the country. And we should, by the way. We absolutely should. Don't get this confused. We should. New York City is a very congested area. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was just at the fucking New Year's thing last night, and you had some weirdo trying to start problems with me. You understand what I'm saying? What you got to understand is, and this is the main issue, you have a lot of people out here that got mental health disorders, and their mental health disorder is directly associated with them seeing somebody else happy. You understand? So their mental health disorder acts up whenever they see another person happy. So in New York City just isn't a place Like, we need to have tough gun laws. Like, if you out here shooting guns and killing people, they need to hit you over the head. I'm just saying what it is. You can be mad at me all you want, whoever is, but God first. Don't forget that part. We need to make God first merch. I think I'm gonna put out some God first merch today. Also, I would like to get some motion this morning. Whenever y'all do drops to help my energy, it helps me bring to y'all the stuff that y'all want to do. I would like to get some energy going this morning. So if you are enjoying any aspect of the show so far, you can always pull up to the Cash App. It'll be nice to get a little bit of something going this morning. This is a new year. Could we please start it with new energy? Could we please start it with a little bit more love to the BBN? I'm over here and I'm working. We get a little bit of love to the BBN. Can we start this new year right with a little bit of love to the BBN? Also, you will be the first donation of the year because we didn't get none yesterday, I don't believe. So you would also be the first drop of the year, not for nothing. With that being said, is this good? Or we ready to move on to another aspect of it? The only people in here right now that could probably talk is Rue and Sebastian. Is this good, or do y'all want to move on to another aspect? Also, if you want to chat, you must become a member. You can become a member for $5 a month, $10 a month, or you could really be like, yo, look, I really fuck with you, for real, and I want the channel to go. And I'm here every day, and I want the channel to go. So I could earmark $50 a month. So just become a member. $5, $10, or $50 a month. $5 a month, you want to be in here, you want to chat every now and then. $10 a month, you fuck with the channel, you probably do drops every now and then, but you don't want to get too committed. And $50 a month, you don't really do too much drops, but you will do a drop from here and there. So let's just get the $50 out the way. With that being said, I appreciate everybody that pulls up, and I appreciate everybody that joins, and I appreciate everybody that's just in here. But we are going to be having it like this for now in the foreseeable future. So if you are one of those people that you want to chat, you're like, man, I'm not going to go to that channel if I can't chat, and you also are refusing to become a member, then you shouldn't even, like, I'm not. This is what it is. All right. People don't usually talk anyway, except for the people that hate me. So I don't see. So this don't mean nothing to me. Just so we can be clear. Sebastian Tompkins says the process of obtaining concealment is entirely too long, especially depending on what county you are in. I'm one of those people that I don't think, okay, so imagine if you committed a murder and there was a way that whenever we know you committed the murder, that they literally give you life. But they do allow for you to put pills in because they, just to make sure. Imagine if we had it like that. Imagine if once you murder a nigga, you will never be free again. You know how many people wouldn't murder people? The problem is people believe they can murder people and get away with it. So many people do murder people and get away with it. And I consider if you murder somebody and get 5 years, you got away with it. If you murder somebody and get 10 years, you get away with it. Tell me what a lie at. If you kill a 15-year-old kid and get 10 years, if you kill a 20-year-old man and get 10 years, you basically got away with the murder. That's just the way I feel. Do y'all want to talk about Young Thug? I only got 2 people here that could comment. Sebastian Tompkins, Rue Jones. Do y'all want to talk about Young Thug, or do y'all want to talk about Tory Lanez, or whatever y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. But until then, I want to say something real quick about Biden. Could I ask y'all a question? For all the people that hate Trump, right? Just think about this for 1 second. When Trump was in office, he was forcing other countries to bring their money to America, right? Biden gets into office and he sends all of our money out of the country. So nobody sees a problem with this. I'm gonna put up a poll. I hate when I just miss the letter. Oh, I should capitalize that. Do you see a problem with Biden sending all of our money overseas? I look at it like this, and I'm going to talk from my aspect of my personal life. So when I was a kid, my father would never give me money. Like I couldn't ask for money. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I was hungry, and this is a if I'm lying, may the Most High strike me down. If I was hungry, there was times I literally had to go on my knees and beg my father for $1 in order to go to the store and get $1 hero. You understand? This is a fact. And he'd be laughing the whole time because to him this is funny that I ain't ate all day. So I say that to say this. My father would give other people kids $10 here, $5 there, $20 there. Do you know how that feel? All right, so that's what I feel like Biden is doing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I feel like Biden is doing. That. Like you got kids at home, and instead of you caring about the kids that you got at home, what you doing is you busy feeding everybody else's kids. But you letting your own kid, and not even a kid that's somewhere, your own kid in your house. Just so we can be clear. You understand what I'm saying? This is just so we can be clear. This is before, after, and during when they abandoned me. Because remember, when he abandoned me, if they had like a family function thing, he had to come get me and bring me every now and then. You understand? That's sometimes there was at least 2 or 3 years that it was about 2 years that the only time I saw him was when he had to come pick me up to go bring me to a family function and act like, he's a good father. You understand what I'm saying? And the whole time talk about how great of a father he is, by the way. So I want to know how y'all feel about that. Are you okay with Biden sending all the money to the other country? I'm explaining to you why I have an issue with it. All right, we're going to get on Tory Mac right now. I'm explaining to you why I have an issue with it. I'm explaining. So I want to know, do you have a problem with Biden sending, because he's sending trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars overseas. And I'm not just talking about to the Ukraine. So this isn't me arguing at the Ukraine. He's sending money to the slaves in Uganda. We have people who were slaves in America. You understand? Nobody ever asked themselves why Biden will do anything for everybody else while he won't do nothing for the black man in America. Nobody asking themselves that. These people that Until Freedom, Tamika Mallory, and my son promote, they don't do shit for the black American male. They're going to go 4 whole years. It's been like 2 years so far. But I'm pretty sure they're going to go 4 whole years not doing nothing for the black American male. Then how are you going to feel when Tamika Mallory, Until Freedom, and all these other people pull up and say, vote for Biden? How are you going to feel? They're going to talk about all the things he did for black women. I just showed y'all that our women are supposed to be with us. So when you do something for black women, you're doing something for black women and children. You're doing nothing for black men. But if you do something for black men, you're doing something for black men, black women, and black children. He says that's why Trump is going to shut all that down. I don't know. I don't want neither one of them niggas to win. I want us to get a young guy in the office, somebody in their mid to early 50s. I don't want no more 60, 70-year-old geriatric MFers up in there. I thought we learned our lesson with Reagan. Reagan was in office. That dude had dementia and everything. He was basically Biden. You understand? So I thought we learned our lesson then, but we didn't. You understand? Y'all went. I'm pretty sure my son, who was a real street nigga, if you let me tell it, I doubt very much he was out here worried about what Reagan was doing. I went to a school, and this is where they tried to indoctrinate us to love Reagan, because you got to love whoever the president is. I went to a school where they tried to indoctrinate us to love Reagan. I was fortunate that that I actually had some people that I knew, my older brothers mostly, that, so I named the two, Ty and Rashid, that mostly were worldly. And even though these dudes Ty is extremely talented dancer and rapper, and he should have been in the music industry, but my father fucked his career up. My father fucked him. All right? Real quick, Tashim is probably, right now, ghostwriter should probably pick him up. He'll ghostwrite the shit out of somebody's stuff. Like if you a dude with bars, if you're a bars guy, you should probably hire my brother to help you ghostwrite. For real, for real. I mean, both of my brothers could probably do it, Rashim and Tashim. But you should probably hire my brother to ghostwrite for you. Like he's really that nice. For real, for real. That's one. So he was gonna be a rapper or a dancer. My father literally did everything he can to slow him up, like what's happening to me in real life. He gave up. I just haven't given up. My other brother, he was just a street nigga. I'm gonna leave it at that, because we not snitches over here. My other brother was just a street nigga. So I would hear them talking about politics, and I'll sit there and I'd listen. So I knew what was going on in the world. I was relatively had a little bit of knowledge about what was going on in the world. You understand what I'm saying? A little bit of knowledge. I don't think these dudes even know what was going on with Reagan. So that's why I think they're so quick to talk about elect Biden. Y'all guys is getting advice from people on who should elect that they don't even follow politics except for the last 10 years. They only been following, I've been following politics since I was since the 80s. I went to a school where they try to indoctrinate you. So they make sure you know what I'm saying? And then at home, or not even at home really, because you know those guys show up and then they show up here and there. And one of my brothers was in jail, so my brother Rashim, I don't blame him for nothing. That nigga was in jail. He's a street nigga. The nigga was in jail most of my childhood. So shout out to Rashim. I don't blame him at all. You understand what I'm saying? I don't blame Tashim either. You had to get away from my pops. The nigga was ruining his life. I don't know what to tell you. He's really a bad guy. He's really a bad guy. He was ruining this guy's life, man. Just so you can get an understanding real quick, and I'm gonna get over this because I don't want to stay on this. My brother Rashid, my brother Tashim used to dance for Public Enemy. My father ruined his shit and made it so he couldn't go with Public Enemy, or stopped him from being able to be a part of Public Enemy, and that's when he moved out the house. My father literally made it so my brother wouldn't be successful, and in his mind, he did a good job of parenting to this day. My brother literally still can dance his ass off. My brother is extremely talented. I just want to be clear about this. I don't fuck with him. I just keep it a buck. Copy? My brother, Tashin, is extremely talented. Uber talented. He can rap, dance, act. He can do everything. And he's probably smarter than me. By a lot. I don't like these people, but I don't lie on you if I don't like you. I still keep it a buck. I'm different. Copy? Just because I don't like you, that don't mean I'm a lie on you. Just because we arguing, that don't mean I'm a lie on you. I'm not on that type of time. None of that is godly. Shout out to Darkwing. We got Darkwing up in here. Shout out to Darkwing. He invited me to a beautiful church the other day. If it wasn't that I couldn't film and I felt like I was going to be taking something away from the community because I was promising them a Tonight Show. And it was a holiday that we always do a show on. So I felt like I was promising them a Tonight Show. And I felt like I was breaking my promise if I didn't do the Tonight Show. I would have loved to do it at the church. The church was beautiful, by the way. Everybody there was just such nice people. Maybe I go there a different day when they're just having a regular sermon. Maybe we do that. Maybe they have something we just go. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be able to film anything, but maybe I just go, hang out with them. I need to be around positive people. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that opportunity that much. So just shout out to Darkwing. I really appreciate it. No, that's all facts. Through the black men and the black family, yeah, that's all facts. I'm not saying nothing wrong, my nigga. Do y'all understand how much somebody got to nitpick what I'm saying in order to find something I'm saying wrong? I literally had some dude come up on the show the other night to try to argue with me Meg's age, weight, and height. Do you understand these people got mental health disorders? Hold on one second. All right, this is when the show would normally start. We up and at it. But yeah, I'm not in no way trying to come at women, black women either. No women at all. But just in another reference back to what Darkwing is talking about, yeah. Stop thinking all men are the same. All men ain't the same. Stop thinking all men want to do is have sex. No. The guys you date only want to have sex. Because those are the guys you are looking for. Copy? Some of the happiest women are probably in relationships with niggas that they sex is trash. And you think I'm lying, right? You think I'm lying? How often do you hear about a woman cheating with a dude because the other guy's sex is good, but she won't leave that nigga for the dude that pay the bills? Just be mindful of that. Also, stop sleeping with people's wives. Y'all breaking your covenant with God. That's a big one. You understand? Homosexuality. You want to be whatever part you want to be it. I don't really care. I'm talking about what the Bible is saying at this part. Homosexuality breaks your covenant with God. Promiscuity in general breaks your covenant with God. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever you are destroying your temple, you're breaking your covenant. You're messing up your covenant with God. You understand? Whenever you're messing up, so what we need to do is try to always strengthen our covenant with God. That's why you read the Bible. Get it? You want to strengthen your covenant with God. When we go do kindness out of the great, when we go do things out of the kindness of our hearts to help others, we're strengthening our covenant with God. You understand? So that's what we're supposed to be trying to do. We're supposed to be trying to do things in order to magnify the Most High's name. So think about that the next time you hear somebody negatively talking about somebody else. Think about that next time you hear somebody talking shit about somebody, or trying to bash somebody, or trying to defame somebody. Remember, we're supposed to be trying to create a covenant with God. So if people are doing those things and that's their lifestyle, they already don't have no covenant with God. Are you going to follow them? Are you going to go follow somebody who's broken their covenant with God? Remember, Satan isn't here trying to get us to follow him. Satan is just here trying to get us to break our covenant with God. That's it. Satan doesn't care if we follow him or not. I think that that's the misconception. I think people think, yo, Satan is trying to get me. No, Satan is not trying to get you to follow him. Satan don't care one way or the other. Satan just wants us to not believe in God. Satan just wants us to break our covenant with the Most High. That's it. That's all he wants. To prove to God that we don't love him. You understand? That's all he's trying to do. And that's why I keep saying this and I keep trying to explain this. Because a lot of us, I'm not doing it, but a lot of people break their covenant with the Most High by doing shit they think is funny, by doing shit that they think is harmless, by being tricked into doing things with people that they should know is wrong, and they're breaking their covenant with the Most High. And you break your covenant with the Most High, and then the next thing you know, you don't have no protection no more. You understand? As long as we have our covenant with the Most High intact, we're protected. Satan can't get to us. We have to invite Satan in. That's another reason why we're blocking our chat, so the only people that could talk is Green Team. We don't want to invite Satan into our room. We don't want to invite Satan into our life. So we only got Green Team. And that's the way it's going to stay. And if we lose viewers, we lose viewers. Those viewers was probably Satan. Because if you fuck with the Most High, you don't want me to have people in this chat disrupting the chat. If you mess with the Most High, you're not on the same frequency as anybody that would do such a thing. You understand? So if you bouncing, you bouncing. I get it. With that being said, what else y'all want to talk about? I saw somebody said Meg and Tory, so we're going to discuss Meg and Tory. This is January 2nd. I could really use some people pulling up to the Cash App today, if not for nothing else, to show individuals how this is done. Let's smack some haters. Let's do something. Also, if you want to chat, all you have to do is become a Green Team member, because I want to start keeping my chat clean. I also don't want to have on slow mode. I don't want to have on slow mode. I don't want to do any of those things. I want to have a regular, normal chat. And the only way I can have a regular, normal chat without people trying to come in here and be disruptive, if I could limit the individuals that's going to pull up in the chat. So if you understand, you understand. And if you don't, then, stay blessed. And either way, I'm not angry, upset, or whatever. Just so you could know. Either way. Do you see a problem with Biden sending all our money overseas? 65% said yes. 30% said no. 15? And 5% said, I don't know whether 15. And 5% said 50-50. I don't know. I'm gonna see what you guys think about that. She's crazy. Let's get to what you wanted to talk about. Hold on. You said Tory and Meg. Copy. We're going to Tory and Meg now. And I want to keep the same theme, because whenever we're talking about Tory and Meg, that's another reason why I've been talking about breaking your covenant with the Most High. Because I believe Tory broke his covenant with the Most High. Now, I want to say a couple of things, and we spoke about this the other day, and I don't think nobody else spoke about this. Did that girl go get the gun because Tory and his bodyguard was beating Meg up? Tory and his bodyguard might have been beating her and Meg up. I'm starting to think that might be what happened. Because I want to be clear about something. 100% transparent and 100% clear. Tory should have took the stand. I understand why they wouldn't want to put him on the stand. But if all they're going to do is bring up his bad behavior, we could get past that. I believe that if he would have been asked about that specific night, there could have been an issue. Now, I'm going to go over the details of it one more time real quick so you can understand where my contention, where my issue is. First, Meg says they was in the car. She wasn't arguing or nothing. They went back and forth with each other. Then she shut up. At some point, she don't know how they got out the car. I think she was trying to walk home or whatever the case is. I'm going to say something that I can't believe. Who in the fuck? I can't stand people that want to get you in the car with them and start driving and then want to say all the things to upset you. Don't get me in the car just so you can upset me. I had somebody do that before. The minute they did that, I was like, you know what? As soon as I don't got to talk to this person no more, I'm never going to talk to them again. I don't talk to them no more. Oh, and also, I'm never going to talk to them again. Shout out to them. Just so we can be clear. So, Meg gets out of the car. At some point, Meg is then saying all of a sudden they started beating her up and then they shot her. That don't make sense. Meg also was kind of avoiding about whether they got kicked while they left the party in the first place. So, all the way to the act, just so we can be clear, the witness said one girl got out, started fighting the other girl. I believe it. The witness said that while the two girls was fighting at some point or another, a big guy came over and tried to break it up. That I believe. Then, while the big guy came and tried to break it up, then the little guy came over. At some point, it looked like they were all fighting. That I believe. Now, what I think happened is this. I believe Meg and the girl was fighting. I believe Tori took homegirl's side over Meg. Now, let's go back to something that somebody has said about Meg and Tori's relationship. I heard that Meg and Tori kind of have a violent relationship. Just telling you. I heard that Meg and Tori clashed often, especially when they're drinking. This is what I heard. So let's get back to the night. Meg Thee Stallion allegedly was getting attacked. The witness verifies that at one point it looked like they were beating one of the girls up, that all three of them was beating the girl up. That could have been two of them, the two men on Meg, and then the other girl still getting her ass whooped while Meg was getting her ass whooped. She probably molly-whopping that shit. Homegirl then, at some point, probably was trying to get them off of Meg. It's over. But y'all know how fights go. Everybody mind is still there. It's racing a mile a minute. Anything is happening. People still swinging. At some point, she goes to the car. She gets the gun. This whole time, we've been assuming she got the gun for Meg Thee Stallion. But what if she got the gun to get Tory Lanez and the damn the other dude up off her? She grabbed the gun goes off. She's scared. The gun goes off. Meg accidentally gets injured. Tory Lanez, knowing why she grabbed the gun in the first place, he's scared for his life. He wrestling the gun with her. They shoot the gun up in the air. They jump in the whip, they drive off. Both of the women just got their asses whooped. The police stop them. Now I could believe her when she say she was scared, if that's what happened. And this is why Tamika Mallory and my son and them stick to your freaking job. You dudes don't know how to do this. Yes, ma'am. You dudes don't know how to do this. You guys murkied the water. Y'all made the water murky. You in it? You get it? Y'all made the water murky because y'all was busy out here throwing out facts, knowing damn well that you couldn't be totally honest because you was biased. Please stop talking about shit you biased about. Talk about the shit you non-biased on. Or at least if you're biased, admit it. So people could appropriately contextualize your words. You dudes be biased, and then y'all report on something like you saying facts and you saying opinions. Hold on. All right. Sorry. So, listen, pay attention. I believe that there's a good chance that that girl ran to that car to get the gun because she was thinking that she was going to save Meg's life. I'm going to tell you something about women, man. They could argue all day with each other. They could be in the middle of a fight with one another. And then as soon as we try to break it up, you be the dude that was banging them. As soon as you try to break it up, they both fighting you. Tell me where the lie at. Tell me where the lie at. Two women could be fighting. You be the reason why they fighting. As soon as you start breaking it up, they both whooping your ass. Tell me where the lie at. And this explains why Tory's team was so terrible. This explains why Tory's team was so terrible. They should have still did a better job than they did. Don't get this confused. They did a really bad job. But if they were hamstrung by an actual fact that Tory Lanez was beating a woman's ass, I don't know what to tell you. I might admit I was beating their ass if I was them. Be not for nothing. Tory Lanez should have took the stand. If that's what happened, Tory Lanez should have just took the stand and explained what happened. Period. She went and grabbed the gun. At that point, stuff started happening. But she grabbed the gun. She grabbed the gun. She went to the car. She grabbed the gun. She fired first. I shot into the air. Yeah, we were fighting. Look at me. I'm a little guy. Those women are big. I couldn't just hold them. Okay, I'm going to find something. Okay. Thank you for the person that just sent me that email. You understand? That's just my position on the matter. Maybe you think I'm right. Maybe you think I'm wrong. I don't know. But that's my position on the matter. And if that is what happened, once again, remember, my whole thing is Tory lost this trial. His lawyers were terrible. But Tory lost this trial because he broke his covenant with God. That's where I'm standing on this. And I'm not getting off of that. A lot of us is in jail, black men, because we're close to God and we break our covenant with God. Look in the Bible what God says when we break our covenant with him. Hold on. Let me bring this up real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I see you sending it. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails, for him it is sin. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. Why do you think I keep explaining how the people that are attacking me is doing Satan's work? I want to keep saying it because then when they go and they pass away, they can't say they didn't know. So I'm making sure they know what they're doing is wrong, so God could count it against them as a sin. Anyway, Corinthians 1. To get married and give a charge, I'm not blue. The wife should not separate from the wife should not. Look what the Bible says, y'all. Just so we can be clear. What's one of the main things feminism teaches? What's one of the main things feminism teaches? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not coming for nobody. I'm just want us to do better. What's one of the main things feminism teaches? Right here it says the wife should not separate from her husband. What's one of the main things feminism teaches? And I say to you, whoever divorces his wife except for sexual immorality and marries another commits adultery. Men, we're not supposed to divorce our wives unless she commits adultery. Look, this isn't all against women. I'm as unbiased as anything could be. They are no longer two but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate. Stop being out here when somebody is in a relationship and what you're doing is you're trying to sleep with the chick that got a man. You're not supposed to do that. God put them together. Stop being when somebody got a relationship, you busy complaining you should leave him. What the hell are you talking about? God put them together. Why would you be telling a woman to leave somebody that God put them with? When you vow a vow to God, do not delay in paying it, for there is no pleasure in fools. Pay what you vow. It is better that you should not vow than you should vow and not pay. That's not necessarily talking about what we're talking about, but definitely. Let your mouth not lead you into sin. How would you be led into sin by your mouth? Lying, defamation, misleading. These are ways that you could be led into sin by your mouth. And do not say before the messenger that it was a mistake. So yeah, when you go do something and it don't work out for you, you can't say, oh man, it was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Just like when you tell a joke that's hurtful, you can't tell somebody, yo man, I'm just playing. Why would God be angry at your voice and destroy the work of your hands? Exactly. Marriage held in honor, sexual morality, immortality, adulterous. What was the question again? I'm going to make sure I know what I was looking for. What does the Bible say about breaking a covenant with God? Okay, so hold on. I'm going to say, what's the punishments when you break your covenant with God? What the fuck, yo? Basically, God says that when we break our covenant with him and when we're out here and being sinful, he puts us into slavery. What the fuck is prison? I'm gonna ask a different question. Maybe I have to ask a more direct question, maybe, because there's a lot of shit in the Bible. So I try to make the questions as vague as possible, so I'm not encouraging the engine, but so much. I'm about to make 2 points right now. And everything wrong. Anointed. Okay, we're just gonna. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like I can't. I'm typing the right damn thing. I think I am, at least. I don't know. Oh, why do God permit say don't have validity today? No. The Bible is to be in completion. The Old Testament is valid today. Literally, the New Testament doubles down on the Old Testament. So I don't know. Part of my language. Okay, there we go. All right, so on the day the Lord will end the bondage of his people, he will break the yoke of slavery and lift from their shoulders. Why was we in slavery? A yoke is no longer a piece of equipment familiar. You recognize, destroy the bondages of the enemies. You must recognize and destroy the bondages of the enemies of your faith places on you. You must recognize the spiritual battles for what they are. Only the anointing of God destroys your yoke. God has given you the spirit of love and has commanded you not to fear. Romans reminds you, so you have received spirit makes you fearful slaves. So you have not received the spirit that makes you, notice, receive a spirit that makes you fearful slaves. Slavery, whether emotional, physical, or spiritual, is always accompanied by the spirit of fear. Fear is more of an emotional response than a physical in nature. For God has not given the spirit of fear, basically, I broke the yoke of slavery from my neck. When you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing, God put you in slavery. Look, we see slavery over and over. Who was the last people that God had in slavery? And who was the people that God had in slavery that our own nation tries to act like it didn't happen? Y'all wonder why they want... Oh, man. This shit is so much deeper than people think it is. But people rather talk about other niggas and try to defame people and ruin other people's lives instead of work to get closer to God. Rue Jones says, we really not supposed to have sex before marriage, and a lot of us fail, so maybe, in my opinion, the relationship fails. No. Do you understand what marriage is? Hold on, let's have this conversation. Do you understand what marriage is? First, I'm agreeing with you. But do you understand what marriage is? Marriage isn't us going and saying, I do. You do know this, right? That's not marriage. That was created, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that was created by Europeans. That's not marriage. The thing we think marriage is not marriage. That's a European creation. Yeah, that whole going, that's a European creation, yo. We're not supposed to have to go into a church and be like all that service shit. Marriage involves spiritual, emotional, and physical closeness. That's it. So I agree and disagree with you. If you're out here having sex with somebody that you're not spiritually, emotionally, and physically close with, then you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to just be having sex with people because they're available. So if you're deciding that somebody is married because they went into a church or because they got a piece of fucking paper, so you're trying to, I'm not coming at you, Rule. I'm just talking. So you're trying to tell me in 300 BC, they didn't have fucking marriage certificates. So nobody was married, right? So they didn't have marriage certificates back then. So nobody was married. So no, marriage isn't what we're told marriage is. You understand what I'm saying? Marriage is something else. As first described in Genesis and later affirmed by Jesus, marriage is God ordained, a covenant relationship between a man and a woman. So basically, we are supposed to have a relationship with our woman through God. You can't truly have a real marriage unless your relationship with that woman or your relationship with that man is through God. God has to anoint your marriage. So that's why they started that whole going to a church shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you go into the church, that's God anointing the marriage. But in reality, remember, I'm the guy they said don't listen to. And I'm literally showing y'all that I've been talking about the Bible every time I'm talking to y'all almost. I'm trying to tell you, the people that don't like me, they are Satanists. They want to quiet the name of the Lord. Hold on. What's the other question? I was just about to ask a different question. God doesn't promise believers they will get married. He does promise that all believers will be his bride at the wedding feast of the Lamb. No, thank you, Rule Jones. If you're not in here saying the things that you're saying, this is how you help the platform. You're not saying the opposite of what I'm saying. You're saying ideas that are inside of the realm of the conversation. That's how you have conversations. You haven't done anything wrong or untowards. Is it untowards? Untowards? Unexpected or inappropriate or inconvenient. Yeah, you didn't do anything like that. Remember, I'm also the guy that they keep saying isn't smart and don't know nothing. No, you didn't do any of those things. You didn't say anything unexpected. I mean, you didn't say anything inappropriate or inconvenient. Everything you're saying is on point. I appreciate you being in here this morning. Isn't the show much better when we have only members only chat? Now we just gotta hope some people join in. The show's much better with members only chat, isn't it? Much better. So hold on. So that thing that they say is marriage, that's not marriage, man. If you're not If you're not reading the Bible with your woman, you're doing wrong. If you're not reading the Bible with your children, you're doing wrong. Start setting 20 minutes, a half an hour every day where y'all just sit down and y'all talk about life. You go read the Bible. You don't have to have the Bible there with them. You go read the Bible. You go find some lessons in the Bible you want to discuss with your family. They don't even need to see the Bible. Then you come back and you give them that information. You're supposed to be discussing the Bible with your wife. How are you going to be married under God if you and your wife aren't together under God? So yes, there are a lot of people that are married, but they really aren't married. Because they didn't go to God and get their shit ordained. Rule says those people who think you are not smart must really do, cause they keep coming around with, I don't understand. Like at some point, the fact that I'm so consistent, one, and the fact that not for nothing, I'm right a lot of the times, two, and the fact also that I constantly bring up topics and conversations that other people aren't talking about, and I can back the shit up with internet. Not just one website, multiple websites about whatever the topic is that I'm discussing. So at this point, if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, I don't know what to tell you. It gotta be hate. It can't be anything else. It has to be hate, which is Satan. God doesn't operate on that frequency. Once again, we got 80 people in here with 13 likes. Could we hit that like button, please? We might be able to get 100 people in here if we could get them likes up to about 40. Could we hit that like button, please? I know a lot of people are upset because I can't talk, but I'm gonna have a good chat. I don't want to be arguing with niggas all day. That doesn't do good. That doesn't go well for me. So I don't want to be arguing with dudes all day. So this is what we doing. So if you don't want to hit the like button, all right, whatever. But for the people who mostly I don't comment anyway, y'all please hit the like button. But if you don't want to hit the like button, you don't have any obligation. I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna find the people who's gonna join. I'm gonna find the people who gonna hit the like button. As long as I keep those people out of my chat that just want to disrupt my chat, y'all gonna have to go over there and talk to yourselves. We got 14 people in here that hit the like button. I appreciate every single person that has come into the chat so far, which is 262 people. I appreciate all of y'all, but you 14 people, I really love you niggas. Thank you. Yeah, no negativity. I don't want those people here. Copy. I will appreciate if some people pull up to the Cash App though. Anybody feel like the show is good enough that you want to donate some money? I could use a couple of bucks today. I could use a couple of bucks every day, like every other human being on the planet, by the way. But no, we keeping it like this. Ain't nobody got time for whatever those people are doing. Nobody got time for that shit. Bible is the standard. That's a fact. Darkwing, am I saying anything wrong up here? If I'm saying anything wrong, you please come let me know. If I'm saying anything wrong, stop me. You are actually a person I know that go to church. If I'm saying anything wrong, stop me. Also, for the person that's sending me the message, you could also message. I'll read your message back. All right. I would love it if you just be green team. That would be dope. But I will read your message back if you send a message. If you just want to communicate a message. Oh, so they have a petition to get Tory Lanez out of jail. Like I said, I'll go back over the Tory Lanez thing real quick. I think Tory Lanez was whooping them two women's asses. Hold on, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show you why I think Tory Lanez was whooping their ass. Hold on, I'm gonna show you why I think that. Tory Lanez was whooping that woman. There's a good chance that Tory Lanez was whooping them women's asses. That's why he couldn't take the stand, because he couldn't literally say, yeah, I was beaten up. First, look at Kelsey. You don't need to see me for a second. First, look at Kelsey. I want to just show you something so you can see my point. Kelsey's injuries look like shit that you get from fighting a woman. Look at her legs all scratched up. It looked like she was dragged across the floor. Look at her leg scratches. Look at her back. I think that's her back. Quite possibly she was dragged across the floor. Now, what was the first story I told y'all? Meg was whooping her ass, right? Now, let's look at Meg Thee Stallion real quick. She got a whole speed knot. Oh, she looks terrible right there. Them efforts really need to start eating different. I'm gonna say something in a minute about something about all of this plastic surgery our women is getting. It's not hurt y'all in a couple of years. Y'all about to be fucked up. Y'all need to know. Look at this. She got a whole speed knot on her head, homie. So you can't tell me that girl gave her a speed knot while she was dragging her up and down the block, because her injuries is the type of injuries you get when somebody dragging you up and down the block. Tell me where the lie at. What the fuck, yo? What in the heck? I might have to dub it out and come back. Oh no, there you go. So these are the type of injuries you get when somebody dragging you, homie. Look at her face. No scars. Now look at Meg Thee Stallion. A big ass speed knot on her forehead. You can see the speed knot from the side. I don't know if y'all can see my cursor. Y'all can't. Look, this is the speed knot. Look. So you trying to tell me that this chick that obviously was getting dragged up and down the fucking block gave Meg Thee Stallion those speed knots? I don't even think women generally give other women speed knots. I don't think they can hit that hard. No, I don't think that's a thing. I'm not saying it don't happen. So, I don't know. I could believe with these pictures, I could believe that there's a good chance that they was in a situation where Tory Lanez might have been whooping on that girl butt, man. And if Tory Lanez is beating both of the girls up, now it makes sense for him to call homegirl and apologize. Now that makes sense. We're about to end this poll. If you want to vote, vote. If you want to vote, get to voting. We're about to end this poll. Do you see a problem with Biden sending all of our money overseas? 62% said yes. 31% said no. 7% said 50-50. We're about to end this poll. I'm gonna go to I want to play Rich Baby. We're gonna have to play Rich Baby at night, because I gotta keep the cursing down to a minimum during the day show. So we're gonna play Rich Baby at night. Also, now I can keep, since I got these people, they can't come in here no more. Now I can allow for my live chat to play after the show. been trying to turn that off. Sure. All right. All right, I'm gonna read some of this. Somebody said, "Do you want to read some?" You know what? Let's see what it says about the Tory Lanez petition. Yes, my dude. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like if I can't, I don't want to get into a relationship. Like my next female I date, I don't really want to date somebody that we can't bring God into the conversation. I was in a relationship with a woman. I'm not calling no names tonight, but I was in a relationship with a woman, and I'm not gonna lie. I think one of the reasons why me and that person ain't together no more because I kind of had to. That person was always like trying to, not because they believe in God, they love God. Don't get this confused, but because of their own teachings in their own life, the teachings that they were taught, they wanted me to do it, or they had me doing a lot of things that I personally, even at that moment, knew that it was stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? That it was stuff that was moving me a little bit further away from God. You understand what I'm saying? So, but you gotta, she was a narcissist. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't really want to be in a relationship again with somebody who we can't bring God in the relationship with us. I'm just not interested. You understand? So I don't care who thinks whatever about me. Now you see why it's absolutely bananas when somebody calls me gay. That don't even make sense. I'm out here saying I only want to, or even, not just saying, but also my actions. I don't really want to be in a relationship with somebody who isn't, that don't fuck with God. And I got all of the black women in the neighborhood calling me gay. So that tells me that I probably shouldn't even be looking for a black woman. To be honest with you, I love our black women. Don't get it confused. But my whole thing is that I don't want to be with anybody that I can't bring God into the conversation. But when I go outside in this neighborhood, almost all of the black women call me gay. So to me, that's God telling me that these is not the people that He want me around. You understand what I'm saying? So this person that started this petition to free Tory Lanez, it's at 50,000 signatures. It says Tory Lanez was found guilty of all charges and is a true miscarriage of justice. The state did not prove Lanez undoubtedly committed any crime. I agree. Reasonable doubt loomed over a 10-day trial. I agree. As the prosecution was unable to show us that there were any alternate explanations as the prosecution was unable to show us that they were not alternate explanations of the event. I think I know what they're trying to say. I agree. A circus of speculation. I agree. Insufficient evidence. I agree. Inconsistencies. I agree. And drunken memories left us without much moral certainty of any truth. I agree. Meanwhile, the jury selection itself may have put him in trouble, put him in a terrible position to begin with. If the prosecution believed their victim's account, why was Tory not charged with attempted murder and kidnapping? I agree. Instead, gave lesser charges that was still unable to prove without a doubt. I agree. He now faces almost 30 years in prison and deportation. E.J. King was the only witness who gave a clear and concise testimony. I agree. We literally witnessed every other testimony filled with inconsistencies and contradictions. I agree, including a plausible suspect requests full immunity and plead the fifth to not incriminate herself. I agree. Kelsey also committed perjury. I'm not going to go in on that. Many said she was paid off. I'm not going to go in on that. How is this reasonable if she said things damaging in Corey's case? I don't even understand. I understand. I'm saying it don't make sense. The lead investigator did a shoddy job of fully interviewing the one neutral witness. I agree. And ignored evidence that could have been another person. I agree. They didn't even test other potential suspects for DNA on the gun. I agree. Tory DNA was not found on the gun. Wasn't found in the gun. It wasn't found in the gun. Okay. I agree. I'm back and forth for that because I might be misremembering a specific fact. That might not be 100% correct. His DNA wasn't found in the gun. That's a fact. there's points of them saying that his DNA wasn't found on the gun, but at the same time, they're saying it was possible fingerprints. So I don't know how close I should take that information as of right now. Anyway, look, there's a petition out, and the petition makes great points. Once again, anybody celebrating that Tory Lanez went to jail, you're insane. Even if he 100% did it. And the reason why you're insane is because that court case should not have sent him to prison. That's my point. I'm not saying Tory didn't do it. I don't think he did it. But what I'm saying is, even if he did do it, he didn't get the appropriate presentation. And that's a fact. Representation. And that's a fact. Just so we can be clear. If you are enjoying any aspect of the show, you can pull up to the Cash App, the PayPal, or the Super Chat. If you would like to comment, you have to become a member. That's just the way it is. I'm trying to keep my chat clean from now on. I don't do the hate thing. And for the people that say that hate helps your channel grow, I don't want to do that. If you can't understand why I don't want to work with Satan, I can't explain it to you. These aren't people making funny videos. These are people defaming my character, saying shit that's not true, and just lying. If they was making just funny videos, I'd talk to them. What time we got? We still got some time. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Or is there anything else on this you want to discuss? Put it in the chat. Have fun. This is bananas. Okay, now I know why. Okay. I'm over here. I'm like, what the hell? Hold on. Yeah, I need this. No, I'll talk to you. I need that. Yeah, I need that. I'll talk to you. Ain't no big deal. Okay, so Young Thug Associate.
No nigga to take no deal. Y'all nigga done told on Spider. Spider ain't told nobody to plead guilty to nothing. All that, whatever y'all talking about, boy, listen, bro, y'all told on Spider. We gonna keep it real. Y'all told on Spider. Spider ain't told y'all to do nothing. Everybody be saying this, that, bro. We was just in the studio with him. It's New Year.
So dude said he spoke with Thug and B Slime, spoke with Thug, and that Thug ain't approved the plea deals and that they snitching. Once again, why would he tell people to tell on him, knowing that once they tell on him, he's not never coming home? Why would he tell them to snitch on him, knowing that if they snitch, he's never coming home? He's not, coming home in a little. He's never coming home. And for the people that say he at least he gonna be living good while he's in jail, they're about to take all of his money. You do know that, right? They're about to take all of Thug's money, all of Thug's property, every single thing that Thug owned is about to go back to the damn the factory. You do know that, right? What their whole thing is to prove that YSL is a gang. Guess what happens when YSL gets a gang? Every single thing that's in the name of YSL, guess what happens to it? The government takes it. They're gonna have to clean that money so much in order for him to be able to get money in jail. Why do you think Casanova 2 time is effed up? Because he can't go into his money. So the only way Casanova can get money is if people look out for him. I'm sorry, she's really thick. My dude, every day we talk about the Bible. I'm just going to start making it a little bit more obvious. But every single day we talk about the Bible. But we got thousands of shows. Maybe 10% of them we didn't talk about the Bible. Put it like that. We talk about the Bible every day, man. I just don't say we're talking about the Bible. And that's why I keep trying to tell y'all, be mindful of the people that's just saying the opposite of what I'm saying. Half of the time, they're saying the opposite of what I'm, not all of the time, but half of the time they're saying the opposite of what I'm saying. It's because Satan sent them. You understand? They need to go against the message. I'm going to send you these videos. I'm going to send this guy these videos if you pull up this week. If you pull up this week. If your boy Jimmy Belcher pull up this week for the stuff, I'm going to send him. Those are some good videos. I'm going to clip those videos up. I might clip those videos up. I've been trying to curate. I'm gonna work harder to curate his page once I get my shit right. It's a little hard to curate his page. Damn, it's only 10:30. I think we started earlier. For the people who can comment, is there anything that y'all want to talk about? I'm gonna end this poll real quick. Do you think Tory Lanez could have beat up? So do you think, I think I should phrase it like that. Do you think Tory Lanez could be behind Megan Thee Stallion's speed knock? Let me put a cap. Do you think Tory Lanez could be behind Megan Thee Stallion's speed knot? Hold on 1 second. We lost connection for a second. What the hell? I shouldn't be on Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. They're saying I have a Wi-Fi issue. Let me just clear this out real quick. Vote if y'all don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Status or network status? Okay. No, okay, now the Ethernet is in. Oh, shit is over. Open networks. Okay, good. Alright, so it just switched over. Good. I want to switch over anyway to the hard line. I meant to start the show on the hard line. I had the hard line plugged in. I don't know why it wasn't on. Yeah, definitely. I want to eat that shit. For the two people in here that can actually talk, Rue Jones and Darkwing, is there anything else y'all want to discuss? That's interesting. Imagine somebody telling you that they think about hurting themselves, and then the person might still be thinking about hurting themselves, but they're not showing that they're thinking it. And then somebody else coming over saying, yo, I thought you was going to hurt yourself. Why aren't you going to? Do you understand what Satan is? Do you understand what evil is? Imagine if somebody was going to hurt themselves. I'm going to say this again. Imagine if somebody was thinking about hurting themselves. And even though they still thinking about it, they trying their best to not think about it. They trying their best to not do it. But you got somebody that's going by them saying they lying because they didn't do it. They lying because they being strong. They're lying because they trying not to think about how they would. Why don't they just go hurt themselves then? You know how evil that is? Do you understand how evil that is? You know, one of the main reasons I stay to myself is because people are always trying to convince you to go against God. People are always trying to convince you to do whatever their sin is in order for you to be cool with them. So if I keep my circle small or with nobody, I don't have to be concerned about somebody trying to convince me to do something that I'm not comfortable doing. Because when you tell people you don't want to do a thing, sometimes they take that as an attack on who they are. Oh, you don't want to do all the stuff I want to do, so you think you're better than me? You understand? But if I don't have nobody around me, if I'm not dealing with people, I don't got to worry about that. Men, go find a wife. Make a family. Go find people that you got to fun with. Go find people you can make money with. Hopefully it's the same people. Go live your life and be happy. The easiest way to live your life and be happy is to not say negative things about others. I promise you. That's the easiest way to live your life and be happy. To not say negative things about others. Because when you're not saying negative things about others, you're creating peace for yourself. You understand? Whenever you're not saying negative things, whenever you're saying positive things, you're creating peace. You understand? So don't fall into the trap that people want you to do. People that don't have peace, they always want to help. They always want you to help them hate somebody. You get it? People that don't have peace, they always want to remind you about how something went wrong. People that don't have peace, they always want to tell you about how compare you to something else. You understand? Because they don't have peace. So stay away from negative kind of conversations so you can have peace. How can you get to the Most High? How can you follow the Most High and do the things that God wants you to do if you can't have peace? You need peace inside of yourself in order to be able to do the things that the Lord wants you to do. I don't know what the Lord wants you to do. Hell, you don't know what the Lord wants you to do. But if you don't have peace inside of yourself, how can you do the things the Lord wants you to do? Now, I want you to take that concept and that way of thinking and think and reverse it. What about the people that don't want you to have peace? Or what about the people that don't want that guy to have peace? Or that guy to have peace? Or that guy to have peace? Who are they working for? Get it? You can't serve two masters, homie. You can't be on the internet trolling and hating people and say that you God-fearing and you love God. You literally can't. You cannot serve two masters. So just choose what master you want to serve. And if you're serving Satan, just be honest. I mean, you're not. I'm going to be able to see through your actions you're serving Satan. People that want to put good into the world and that love God, you know, unless you're just really good at tricking them, they should be able to see from your actions. All they got to do is pay attention. Just be mindful of that. With that being said, anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Obviously, I'm only talking to two people. We only got two people in here that can even comment. I'm going to send y'all to a commercial break real quick. I need a second. We'll be right back. Let's go mess with our brother over here. I want to play Drip Check. I mean, I'm skirt, but I can't because it's the daytime. We're going to play that during the Tonight Show. Be right back.
I be on my grind. At 6 in the morning. It be on my mind. At 6 in the morning. That's why I keep that pine. At 6 in the morning. When I'm on that grind. At 6 in the morning. I be on my grind. At 6 in the morning. It be on my mind. At 6 in the morning. That's why I keep that pine. That's why I keep that. When I'm on that grind. When I 6 in the morning. I get it and go. Call that a fast break. Young cash cow and all I eat is steak. The pill game been booming, you fuck boys late. Your whole team rib touching, you the only one ain't. You hang around some real niggas, you the only one ain't. If I fuck with you, my word good as the bank. Damn, if I knew 2 days ago what I knew right now, I wouldn't even be in this shit.
BBN, we back. Shout out to the people that didn't go nowhere. The people was like, yo, look, we could go look at the other guy page for a minute. That's cool. I'm assuming hopefully you're just looking at a good page. Not bullshit. Not bullshit out there. Actual only 2 green team members that were in here. Probably we had 3 green team members in here. They probably all bounced or busy. You know, these guys, everybody's at work. Okay, that's that. Everybody's at work. If you are enjoying any aspect of the show, you can always pull up to the Snapchat, the Cash App, the PayPal, or the Super Chat. And if you are watching this show after the fact, it's on record. You're watching the replay. You can do the same thing. Just make sure that you put replay because sometimes I look at y'all drops and then it's from the other day and I don't know, and then I might call it on the show by accident. And the person be like, I tried to do the drop and I didn't want you to call it. That's why I gave it offline. But sometimes I don't know because you didn't put offline, you didn't put the shush, and you didn't put replay. If you put offline, you put the shush, or you put replay, I don't read it. Real reason why men cheat is because we're not closer to God. The closer you get to God, the less the physical, like you wanna, people that's not close to God, that's all. That's my opinion. I've been tearing them up. I ain't gonna lie. I've been tearing up. Like if you watch our program and you watch it and you listen to it, and you know you're not here for the hate, and you open minded or whatever. I've been tearing my son Tamika Mallory and Until Freedom the fuck up, and I haven't been saying anything wrong either. Not for nothing. When they start doing some shit that I could promote and be happy about, I will promote it and be happy about it. But until they doing this weirdo shit where they allowing these corporations to pay them so they could go make posts and disparage individuals, then I can't fuck with you because you can't use your platform for that. You know what you can get paid for on your platform? Promotion. You can't get paid to slander. Copy? We're not doing that. We can't. We're not accepting money to slander people. We're not doing that. People offer me money to slander people, just so we can be clear. We're not doing that. You're not offering me money to slander nobody. I'm never taking money to slander anybody. We're never doing that. I've never done that. I've been accused of it. I've never done it though. Remember, money isn't the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Everybody gets that confused. Actually, I think some people get it confused, but I think people know what it is, and when they want to manipulate you into taking less, they say that. You understand? Or they want to manipulate you into giving them something or not. You know what I'm saying? When they want to manipulate you, they be like, money the root of all. No, money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. And 9 times out of 10, the person telling you money is the root of all evil, they love money, which is the root of all evil. The love of money. What y'all want to talk about? This it? I shouldn't have started early today. I started early on purpose. I shouldn't have started early. We got any green team in here at all. I'm going to read some stuff from the stuff that people sent me. And then I guess... Hold on. Let me see this. No. Wait, hold on. Let me see this. Can I go to the page from there? No, you can't do that. They should kind of allow that. Oh man, what about? I'm gonna say the shit. Did y'all hear what Chris? Wait, what? Wait, what? What is this? So, Blueface and Homegirl is really just... I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live where everywhere I go, like, I don't want to live like that. I don't like the fact that people want to argue with me as much as it is. Like, I really don't like that. I don't want to live like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to live like that. I can't wait till we get to the point where I'm not even. I don't want to live like that. Don't make sense. I remember Jet Magazine. Somebody sent me a clip. I think this is like the top albums of 1988 or some shit. In effect mode, I'll be sure. In effect mode, I'll be sure. EPMD, that sounds about right. Make it last forever, keep sweat. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back. My brother was around. I had a brother. Two of my brothers was around in the summer of 1988. Let me go look at our hold on, I want to see Public Enemy albums real quick. I want to see Public Enemy albums real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you when I believe my brother was actually fucking with them. Fear of a Black Planet, no. He was fucking with them when. Now I know he's fucking with them in 1988. That's how come I remember. But what was their first album? What the fuck? Takes a no. He was Bum Rush the Show. He was with them with Bum Rush the Show, if I remember correctly. He was with them with Bum Rush the Show, and A Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. I think that's the tour he was going with them on. The Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back tour. I think that's the tour he was going with them on. And my father just stopped it. He just sabotaged it. Just didn't let him go. Just broke my brother's heart. I think that's the first time I ever seen a man get his heart broke. Or anybody, to be honest with you. That's the first time I ever saw somebody get their heart broke. It took me a long time to be okay with my pops because of that. Bum Rush the Show, their first album, yeah. He was with them during the Bum. I don't know if it's the Bum Rush. He I think I don't know how he got lined up or whatever, but it was the Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. It was the 1988 because I was going into it was in 1988. I believe that was the album. It Takes a Nation of Millions. I believe that was the album. It took me a long time to be okay with my father after that. You know, my father believes that black men are only supposed to do hard labor jobs. You understand? And he don't think his sons should do anything except for hard labor. You understand? Like, that's the way my father thinks. Like, his sons are only allowed to do hard labor. Like, we're not allowed to do nothing else. You understand? He's just fucked up. I don't know what to tell you. Broke my brother heart, man. My brother ain't never recovered. Man. I'm not gonna tell y'all about his business or nothing like that, but my brother ain't never recovered. Never. That's why I'm not getting off the internet. And if I get off the internet, it got to go to a whole nother thing for me. Just be honest with you. I saw what that did to my brother. Broke his heart, man. My brother was going to turn into a great man. I don't talk to him, by the way, and I don't fuck with him now. I don't fuck with him. But my brother was going to turn into a great man. And quite possibly could have did great things. I used to hear him on the phone talking to his sisters about how he was going to sabotage my brother's dancing career. He didn't even have a reason. He just didn't want him to do it because he just didn't want him to do it. He didn't even have a reason. That's how Satan works. You understand? Satan just don't want you to do a thing because Satan don't want you to do it. Because the thing that you might do might bring you closer to God. That's what you got to understand. Anytime you doing something that's going to bring you closer to God, or you doing something that might help somebody else come closer to God, Satan don't like that. Satan's going to come in. He's going to try to disrupt it. You understand? I think about that every now and then. I feel bad for my brother. He could still rap. He could still sing. He could still dance. He can't sing. He could still rap. He could still dance. Like, I feel bad for my brother. He just had his whole dream, his whole future stolen from him. From a jealous motherfucker that just didn't want to see his kids do better than him. Sorry. That's why that shit hit home for me when my father told me as long as he's alive, he's gonna make sure I'm never gonna be successful at nothing. That's why that shit hit home. Because I used to hear him on the phone talking to his sisters about how they're gonna sabotage that kid, fuck that kid life up. Not for no reason. They didn't even have a reason. They just were bored. That's it. For a long time, I didn't want to have any kids. And that's literally why I only have one. Because I wanted my father's line to die out. Just keeping it stacked with you. I wanted his line to die out. I didn't want to have no kids because I didn't want his line to stay alive. I just saw him do so much shit that I just considered to be evil. Just stuff you can't do to people. And then I'm supposed to agree with him because he's my father. So I'm supposed to agree. I'm supposed to be okay with it because he's my father. The Bible says don't follow your parents into hell. Just something y'all should know. Well, she's an idiot. She thought she bought a confetti popper, and she brought one of the things that tell you if it's a boy or a girl. So she goes to pop the thing for confetti, but she shoot paint on the ceiling. Mistakes happen. You'll know next time. I guess that's all we can say about that. Clean that ceiling up. Also, I found out why a lot of people are going and getting those the teeth and they don't look right. So apparently, a lot of people are going and getting their veneers put in by people who are not dentists. I'm going to say this again. Apparently, people are going and getting their veneers put in by individuals that's not dentists. I think that's bananas. Also, I don't think we're supposed to fix our teeth. There's a passage in the Bible I don't think we're supposed to fix it for vanity purposes. That's a better way to put it. I don't think we're supposed to fix them in order to be vain. We're actually not supposed to do anything in order to be vain. Also, for everybody that don't know, Kanye West has been missing. And some dude that does work with him, that ghostwrites for him, he's been missing since July. Apparently, they're saying Kanye West is hiding out because people are trying to serve him with papers. So he don't want to get served with no papers. So he might not be hurt or killed or nothing like that. He might just be avoiding everybody so he can't get served. This is ironic. Michael Jordan talking to his coach, Phil Jackson, who has on Dennis Rodman shoes. Those are Dennis Rodman's. I believe they are. Told you, Dennis Rodman shoes. You can tell those shoes are not made for being an offensive player. Those shoes are not made for scoring. Those shoes are strictly made for, I don't know, those shoes are not made for scoring, homie. I don't think they're necessarily ugly. I think you can fuck with the colorway and make them look nicer though. I think the you can fuck with the colorway and make them look nicer. But nah, that's crazy. How he talking to Michael Jordan and shit. He got on Dennis Rodman sneakers. Like at least have on some random no name, like just some random sneakers that somebody doesn't necessarily push. What the hell? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna see what other Dennis Rodman sneakers they had over here real quick. Dennis Rodman had a motif, and I can't say they're necessarily ugly. I think the colorways, and I think he might have too much going on right there. I mean, I think that there's ways that you could fix them up. You could probably take a little something off, add a little bit of color here and there. You can make those something. Those could be made something. Those could be made something. See, look. See, those are actually pretty cool. But those could be improved too. Those could be made something. Look, here you go. Is this a better angle? No, that's the same shot. Yeah, those could be fixed. Those could be made something. Yeah, we got to go over those, but those could be updated. I did not know Dennis Rodman had so many sneakers. Those could be updated too. Those could be made into something. Look. Dennis Rodman was never a Laker, was he? Was Dennis Rodman on the Lakers? Yeah, he was on the Lakers, 73. Shout out to that shit. He didn't. They won a championship too? With the Lakers? Hold on. I'm sorry. No, he didn't. All right. Shout out to that shit. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Anything anybody want to say? Obviously, I'm only talking to the green team members. Anything that anybody want to say before we get out of here? I think I'm gonna let y'all go. I mean, it's still early, but I'm done with what I have to say, and our chat is gonna be quiet until we get some green team members up in here. I'll put the invite down there, see if anybody want to join. I'll let somebody join. Obviously, I gotta see your face. If you look like you just trying to come up here to argue with me or say some stupid shit, I'm gonna leave you down there. Give people a minute. So somebody posted, men own who you lay down with and had children with. Stop complaining about her. You laid there and put a baby in her. Own it. Don't complain. Adjust. That's a yes and a no on that. So first, you can't complain about the person that you had a child with. You chose to have a baby with them. But not everybody chose to have a baby with the person they chose to sleep with. Remember, us as men, we have no rights when it comes to child rearing. We don't have no right. If a woman gets pregnant and she decides to abort the baby, there's nothing we can say or do. If a woman gets pregnant and she decides to keep the baby, there's nothing we can say or do. We have no rights as far as that is concerned. And the simple trying to even have a say in that is now we're trying to take away a woman's right to control her own body. So it's a double standard. Like when a woman laid down with us, it's not a partnership. You understand? So I think all this shit should be a partnership. That's why I'm telling people, stop sleeping with people that you don't want to be with. Stop just sleeping with people because they're ready to have sex. Go find somebody. Find somebody that you could talk about the Lord with. Find somebody that when you want to do things that you consider to be stuff that you should be doing that's in the Bible, that they're not trying to convince you to do different. I was with a woman, man, and I would tell her, because every woman, I'm always doing what I consider to be biblical shit, or what the Bible says. So I was with this woman, I'm not going to, and I was with her, and I used to literally sometimes say, well, I'm doing this because I think that, and I would be explaining, and then I bring the Bible into it, and I'm explaining. You understand? And it's still pushback. So I'm not trying to use God as an excuse for anything. Don't get this confused. This stuff that these people are doing is crazy. I'm not trying to use God as an excuse for anything. Don't get confused. But all of our actions should be driven by the Bible. So God should be in all of our actions. I don't understand all the dancing from around America. I understand some of it, but I don't understand all of it. And some of this dancing that y'all be doing in some of these places, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that should be banned. What the fuck? Give me a second.
this week. Now, how many people are actually going to trial? 28 people in the original indictment. 8 have cop pleas, so that leaves 20. Of the 20, 6 of those people will not be going to trial on January 9th. The reason why?
They don't got lawyers.
4 of them don't have lawyers, so they're not ready. The judge is going to separate their trial from the rest. 2 have not been arrested, so you can't put people on trial who haven't been arrested. So you're left with 14 people who will go to trial. Jury selection starting this week, trial starting January 9. We'll see if we can get you guys a rundown of the details of the charges that they're facing, the charges that have been pled out, and we'll follow along with this trial to see what's going on here. As I said from the beginning in this trial, I thought that a lot of the evidence against Young Thug would get thrown out. Evidence was thrown out against Young Thug, and I thought that they would use the pressure of locking people up with no end in sight to get them to roll on the people that they want. And it's pretty clear that that has been their strategy. We'll see what evidence they actually are able to mount and what the charges look like. Stay tuned for the YSL update.
I swear to you, people just say what they hear me say. But yeah, he ain't said nothing wrong. I hate when I do that by accident. This is the part that kills me. This chick, this is Brittany Renner, right? So this chick, right? How many years was she out there promoting promiscuity, being promiscuous? How many years was she promoting that? She was promoting that shit like crazy, right? She was one of these chicks that was out here lying on niggas, talking about they gave her a baby, right? I think, right? She was one of the people that was out here talking about how terrible men is, and she's exposing men this, and she's exposing men that, right? Then what happened? She couldn't get rich doing that shit, so now she's doing the exact opposite. She went and got pregnant by a whole dude. The dude's like, I don't know if he's in, he's like an athlete, basketball player or some shit. She got pregnant by the dude, and then as soon as she had the baby, she left him? I better be safe out here. I better be safe out here, man. Better be safe out here. The heck? I'm not putting this. Her whole skirt came off. What the hell, yo? I hope she's okay. Her whole skirt came off. What in the hell? Did she have panties on? No. See, that could have been leggings. That could be leggings. That's leggings, right? Please be leggings. I'm just going to say that's leggings. I have no idea. Nah, those are all lit. I'm not gonna show you that because I think they fake sneakers. I'm gonna get anybody hopes and wishes up. I'm gonna get nobody hopes and wishes up. So I'm hitting somebody real quick. Hold on. I was gonna invite them on the show, but it seems like they're. Yo, what's up? You pulling up to the show? Oh shit! I got the void volume now. What's up? You pulling up to the show? Anything else y'all want to talk about? And then I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm not gonna hold y'all all day. If you liked any aspect of the show, fuck it. You probably didn't like nothing. Anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I mean, we're gonna give it one more second. I'm thinking I'm about to have a guest, maybe. I don't think so. I think they bullshitting me, not for nothing. So I'm gonna give them a minute to see if they're gonna pull up, and if not, we're gonna get up out of here. Yeah, but the problem is, Prime Dwight Howard. You're not gonna win with your big being your number one guy unless your big understands that the littles have to do certain things. And I think that's the issue with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard want to try to go score 50 every game, but you don't shoot threes, my dude. So that means that your 50 is gonna be a slow 50, and if you don't get it, that means we're gonna lose points. All right, we're gonna assume dude ain't pulling up. With that being said, everybody just enjoy your day. Go do something out there. I'm not sure what it is. Go do something out there that's gonna, improve society, man. Like at the end of the day, I literally am always up here just asking people not to go serve Satan. That's all I'm really saying. I'm not really saying nothing else. Don't go serve Satan. Go do something out there to magnify the Most High's name. Don't go serve Satan. That's all I'm ever asking you. I'm not really asking much more from you. I just don't want you to serve Satan. I don't want you to help Satan. I don't want you to call Satan. I don't want you to invite Satan into your house. I just don't want you to do none of that. Maybe that's why dude didn't pull up. Maybe dude didn't pull up because God don't want him here. Copy? That's how I take it. Like if I ever offer something and the person don't take it, I just assume God don't want you to be a part of whatever I'm doing. It's cool. For real. With that being said, I'm going to go. Everybody enjoy your day. Go do something positive out in the world. Make things happen. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. # Grown Spoilers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got in this world.